Yo, yo, what's up? So, for this one, I already worked on the beat earlier. Actually, yesterday, I made this. I'm happy with how it turned out, so we're going to rock with this. Taking that first 15 seconds. Yeah, so walk us through a little something here. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do. Did see this kind of effect earlier. Uh-oh, this saved. Oh, that's not good. Whatever. I guess that's my new default. I didn't mean to have this happen, but it looks like I accidentally saved something as my default. But anyway, it gets the same kind of thing. You just want to set it up so it's got something. So I guess you're kind of watching me rebuild my default setup, which is kind of cool in and of itself. In terms of this, I probably don't want any of that stuff going on. Actually, I kind of like bringing something like this to it because it shows that if I am going to do a texture, maybe let's do something more than just a little noise. But this was the one I made earlier today, and you can kind of see I'm using that blur to kind of blur this, but if I turn this off, you can see kind of a harsher, more digitalized look, which could be cool depending on what you're going for. You can change all sorts of different things on it. I wonder if this also, does this size? Yeah, that probably dramatically changes how this is going to look. There, you get more of that detail with the correct resolution. But yeah, sometimes stuff like that can be cool down-res. But for this, I guess we'll just, I don't want to have anything really moving, so we'll just take that out. I'm going to save this as my default. This will be kind of what that looks like. But I'm actually going to go and just delete all this. Rename this. So that new song that I was working on is called Experiment. So Experiment. So now I want to save that into here. Experiment. Oh. Oops. So go back up. And so get this in the right folder location here. And now I did see some cool stuff. I don't know why I got rid of everything, but we'll just start from scratch. I was going to try to do some cool wireframe stuff. I forgot who was doing it. It was like some creative coding festival that's coming up. Maybe IO Fest. They had a lot of their stuff. Is that what it's called? Or maybe XOXO Fest. But here it is. They had posted some stuff, and I actually thought it looked pretty cool. Wonder if this was it. I can't find the exact one, but it was like some of their new branding used like heavily wireframed stuff for the next one, and I'm going to try to make something kind of similar. So first I'm going to want to make a grid in here, and the particular one that I'm going to want to do, I'm going to want to make it pretty significant. So 50 by 50. All this is the same, and then for noise, we'll drop this down. That'll get more of a crazy look. This is on. I'm going to actually turn that off just to kind of get a feel for how this looks, and then we'll probably add the motion after. Sometimes that's how I'll work. So now I'm going in and adding a render here. Make this 1080, 1080. Now you can go double pane up here. Click this and go double pane, which can be super helpful. Now I can fly in here and kind of use this as like a little guide on how big I'm going to size this out. So I don't want it to be like that wide. Is it going to be 4 by 4? Almost. So I'm actually going to bring that in a little bit because I want to get the whole effect. So I guess maybe 3.3 by 3.3. And now I can add the material. We're just working with wireframe, so I don't see why this won't work. Yeah. And then I'm going to want to come in here and change some of the settings in here. I don't know how much of a difference some of this stuff makes, but let's just go all out, if that makes sense. Now this is what that looks like. I don't know, how good can you guys see that? Now this particular look that they did was like a light blue, almost like this style blue, over like a white background. And you know, sometimes I'll just do this. I guess it's like maybe a painter doing someone else's style. You know, I'm definitely not trying to just copy. I'm just curious as to how I could make something similar or get that look. And I'm sure I'm not the only one. And yeah, it was just a really clean. I was really shocked, I guess maybe just at this color combination, how well it works with the wireframe. And we can change the type. We might want to change it to this type. And now we can kind of just have, I mean, that's most of the stylistic stuff that I was trying to get. You know, you can change your line width, but I actually liked it thinner. And then really start playing with the noise. You know, we can bring in that that Z transformation. Slow that way down. Maybe not that much, but. And then kind of play with the noise in here. And also play with the way this is, because you know, different looks are going to really drastically change how this piece looks. Another thing I can add in transform. Bring that in so that I can do some rotation stuff and maybe I really do just like this front on look. Maybe we can keep playing with the noise. And yeah, again, this is a lot of the time what I end up doing is just really playing around with settings until I get it just how maybe I want it to look. And another thing too, I could go in and reducing the amount of them will kind of have a pretty significant change of that as well. So I'm going to keep messing with this. One thing I can do too is kind of zoom in the camera as well. You can see that'll get different looks too. But yeah, I think I'm definitely ready to, I guess the only other thing maybe I want to add, there's what was cool is they had some other design elements that they just put in, some other doodads and some text. So yeah, I guess maybe we'll just add a couple different random modes of cool looking things to kind of spice this up a little bit. So to build out something that might be cool like that, let's just get a text. We're just going to use the top. Make it the same size. Oop. And one of the things I like to do, got a bunch of fonts on here. And let's go into, where are they? Custom fonts. And there's a bunch of them I have that are like icon stuff. Do I have any techie ones? This digital one. There's a bunch of NBA logos. I must have been working on something with that. So I'm not seeing anything that jumps out off the page there. So maybe we'll go and, yeah, we can just download one. So defont.com, I don't know how long this has been a site, maybe forever. I'm looking for specifically what are dingbats, and we're looking for like a techie dingbat. I don't know, is that alien? Might be alien. That's a lot of cool stuff, but this isn't exactly what I wanted. But you can get a set of these that might have some kind of techie looking stuff and really add some pretty crazy stuff without having to go way over the top. Let's see. Where are these dingbats? Esoteric? These are all kind of... This is getting into kind of more what I'm talking about. Like, this one would be cool. Just putting a bunch of those around. So then maybe I'll extract this into my documents, POM, custom fonts. I'll just drop that in there. That's a cool one. It's another one that's like got kind of mystic tech vibes. I was hoping they had one that was more... Would it be under fantastic? I don't know. Let's see. This is more mythological. Games? But anyway, I think we can use the thing that we built here. So go in here, go to Documents, it's alphabetical, custom fonts. What was that font called? Astrology. So here it is. Open. Hopefully. Now you got some crazy stuff. And I guess what would be fun is to send this noise of letters. I don't know how I'd do that, but that would be cool if these were like kind of constantly cycling through. So let's just do this, see what that looks like, and then we'll change the size. You know, something along these lines, and then color. We want it to be the same color, so I think I can grab that color. Well, it's just blue, so not a hard color to do. So we'll just go blue. This one has a tiny bit of that, but we'll pull that out. And then, I don't know, is there... Maybe composite these two and try some different things. Obviously not that. It's kind of interesting. You know, you can see different different looks. Even just an add or a maximum would get. I guess not. If I switch the order. So yeah, I'm just trying some different things. Put this on a noise. Go to channel. This is just alpha 1 1. You can do a positive only out of here. Fix underflows. Do a null. And now we can tie this to the actual alpha of the text itself, so if it even shows. So now it'll have a kind of an effect to it. Again, I'm not sold on this text. I don't know, you could have it doing... That's what I think would be cool, is to have it. Maybe we create... let's see if we can't do... This will be fun. Let's write a whole bunch of stuff. So... so I think I have to do it with these. What I'm going to do is make, like, let's do 4. I don't know, we could do... Well, I don't want there to be space, so... And then the third one... So I'm going to have this drive this text field, and I'll attach this to a beat, which if I change the output to, I think it's bar, no, it's beat, and then I can slow this down to, like, I don't know, 16 or something. That's a little fast. But I guess if I change the tempo to, like, so that kind of controls the speed of that, so we can use that. So we'll do... So then the text, I'm going to have this get pulled from the operator that is null2 over there, inside there. Second one? Yeah. And then in here, and now we can mess with this noise, and we've got kind of this mystic, I don't even know. It's cool. So we'll record some of this in for our first piece here. I'm going to save. Don't forget to save. I made that mistake last time. Now I'm typing experiment 1. Roll with this. And then for the second one, we could, like, really change the geo here into this, or this even. transform and move it, you know, so that it's and yeah, we can change the text. We could write even crazier stuff. Crazy your stuff. What? And we could change the color too. Like, I think that's a cool color, but you could try. I think they missed the boat with, well, I do like the blue though. Maybe do blue with the red. Have a red version of it. Because I like that it's just the basic, ultra basic. So we'll do this as our second one. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Change it to green. I think that's a pretty good example. And then, yeah, I mean, I could also move this back to XY. Oh. What I can do here is be something like that, and then do a really low poly count on it. Now size it out, maybe. Yeah. There's my own little advertisement for the Party on Mars Creative Coding Festival. So there we go. I don't know how this is going to turn out in terms of resolution and stuff with Instagram, but I'm pretty excited to see it. Oh, let's get a few photos of this too. Nine, 3, 19, boom. Getting a few photos here. I always forget to do that. And honestly, they've gotten better with the stuff on Twitter, but I feel like people still like to get the photo, if that makes sense. So I'm still doing it for the time being. So now I'm going to go and grab those 3 files. Load those in. Get my renders in. Now these, again, I'm going to quickly take and squeeze it down here to 5 seconds. And in here, I'm going to come in and make that 15 seconds. And now we got a little preview window here. Let's start from this. Cool. So yeah, that's pretty much what I was trying to accomplish there. The effect that I was going for. Let's fade that out. Ooh, don't want to do that. Let's restart that. Should really dig a little deeper into all of this stuff that goes down on the Premiere side, but I've just got what works, and I tweak it a little bit here and there if I find some major reason to. We'll see how much that crunched it. I don't imagine much because of the simpleness of the design. Yeah, not really that bad. Alright, so sweet. So yeah, I'm doing it kind of in a weird order today, but yeah, let's make a quick beat here because that's what we do. So I'm putting some delay on this. We're going to try something with this. Let's load it up. So that's kind of fun. Dubbed out a little bit. Dub trub, as they say. I'm getting horror vibes on this one. Maybe get some distortion on that kick. So what I might want to do with this is a really cool part of the track, but I think putting something as simple as I've been using phasers a lot lately, taking it to, and then automating this so that I can get a little funkiness to it, you know. So then save this. Kind of feeling this one. Ooh, can't name it that. Got to come up with something more creative. This is a scary beat. Let's go with that. Try to get that to a place where I'm pretty happy. Yeah, I'm pretty stoked on that. Get that 15 seconds. Wow, we're gonna get a whole nother one in. Look at this. I'm just seeing what I got kind of with my default. Feeling it out, as they say. And what this is a cube in here. So yeah, I mean this can be okay, but you know, I think something more along those lines. Yeah, and so I don't know, I might just is there another one loaded up? Well, I better save this something different, otherwise it'll save as my default. So we'll just call this scary beat. Yeah, I don't know. For this one, it's scary, so I don't think these bright colors are really doing anything. So let's go dark, and we'll take this to monochrome. I think that'll be a good place to start. Oh, doesn't like that, but we can mess with... Doesn't like that. Doesn't like this. Oh yeah, it does. Likes that. So that looks pretty cool. I can blur this out even more. And maybe reattach it with a different one that's maybe, yeah, something like that, so that they, so it has some backbone to it as well. Ooh, well maybe I put this on white. So let's do negate. So I think I need to do is over gonna work. So now I'm sort of playing with two different concepts here. Are these are 1080 by 1080, but I think also nearest pixel 32. And I think messing with these values, and then also, yeah, there you go. So yeah, we're getting some cool looks here. Some different things. It's maximum. So yeah, something like that might be what I do. So this is like a minimal, got a little bit of color that I can switch up for the 3 different modes here, but this will be a fun minimalist piece. Not a whole lot going on. Now I can easily change the color in here to, let's say, green like I did on the last one, and then changing this noise will again have crazy effect on it. So try something like that. And then I'll do a blue pass as well. Maybe go and switch this one up so it's bigger and change its harmonics and change this. And then I'll have this one be my 3rd one. Alright, and that's pretty much that. So we can do this last, get the images for it. Pretty easy to do even after I passed it. And we'll get the 2nd one. And then yeah, and so close out of this, open up Premiere, and then we'll tie it all together. And you saw how I made 2 daily renders. These will be coming down the pipeline. A lot of fun doing these. I know I haven't been as consistent. I'm trying to get better at that. It is it's a little bit more intense than I expected, but it is a lot of fun and rewarding, so I'm going to continue. So I'm locking that, going in, making sure all these clips are exactly 5 seconds long. Go in here, we're going to cut this down to roughly 15 seconds. And yeah, so I think it looks great with the minimal style. So I'll add in my crossfade here. That's really the only thing I have to do. Save and get this one out. Boom. And then I just got to make sure that that actually works. So it does the... Oh, well, I might not have done the right preset on that one, so I should double check. I'll override that because I think I just matched source. I need to do this. Yup, override. So in case you ever have this happen, it asks you like 20 times if you want to do it. You do. It's overriding it now. Alright. Fun one. In the books. Keeping them going. Creating every day. Super rewarding. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm posting all of these to YouTube. YouTube.com/partyonmarz. All one word. M-A-R-Z. Check that out. Yeah. So building. Have a good one.